Yo, what's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6, the Foreign National, born natural. You know what time it is. Like I said, bang that like button when you come in here, man. It is good to see you, beautiful motherfuckers. We are out here getting busy, of course. Sliding and gliding. Had a very eventful weekend. Got to learn a little bit of knowledge. And, you know, anytime you learn something, it's always a good thing. So, as usual, when I get some knowledge, I pass it on to you guys. But first, before we get into all that good stuff, let's talk about y'all, man. What y'all do this weekend, man? Y'all do anything worth talking about? How'd everything go? What up, John? Commentaries on the Constitution. Joseph's story is some good his story to read. Okay, I'll take a look at that. I think somebody emailed me that too. Somebody emailed me that same thing. It must be what's going on right now because somebody just emailed me that a few days ago. I haven't gotten a chance to read it because I'm still catching up on emails. I'm getting bombarded trying to catch everything. But yeah, I need to check that out, yo, because somebody else was talking about that too. What up, Prof? How you feeling? What up? What up? Yeah, you got the notification. Yeah, they've been trying to dick me around a little bit, but we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep moving. What up, Unc? Yeah, John Mello. He must have been on. I know. Knowledge World was live. He must have been on his channel. Okay. Handbook of Common Law Pleading. Okay, got you. We love you right back, bro, as usual. So, yeah, talk to me. What y'all do this weekend, man? What y'all was up to? Y'all do anything worth talking about? Me personally, man, I got a good bit of good information for you guys. This relates to your health. All right, this relates to your health. I think this is gonna what I have to tell you guys is gonna benefit everybody that watches tonight. Hey, hold up, man. We got a special guest appearance in here. My man, Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf is. Let me tell you about this guy, Bad. Let this dude to death. This dude's like the Phantom of the Opera. Like he got the half a mask on. He just up in the rafters like Sting and WCW, watching down on everything. Yo, what up? What up, Wolf? How you been, man? I ain't spoke to you in a while, bro. I hope everything's going good with you. I've been catching your videos, man. You're still putting out that good stuff. I love it, man. Getting my people at the DMV system. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about, yo. It's slowly but surely. You know, I've heard people are in record numbers lining up, man, to the passport place, man. Like I'm just starting to wonder, is people really starting to find out in masses about this? Are people really starting to really get their passports the correct way? Is that what's happening right now? That's interesting. Shoot, I was on. If you didn't catch it, we were on Super Slide 75's channel. He actually has an alternate channel called Heavily Flawed Individual. Me and Juris Generous were on it, which is Knowledge World. Basically, we were on his channel. And we were pretty much breaking down everything. He was asking us questions about the nation, and we were pretty much relaying the knowledge to him, letting him know what we had to say and all that good stuff. It was a very eventful video. If you haven't seen it, his name is Heavily Flawed Individual. You can put that right in YouTube. Subscribe to my man because he definitely put us on. Did the interview. It came out real good. People had questions, all kinds of questions. We had crazy questions, good questions. People were dropping good information. It was dope, yo. It was just an all-around dope thing. So, yo, shout out to my man Super Slide 75, aka Heavily Flawed Individual. All right. Yes, sir. But yeah, it was a great conversation, man. The joint went on for about 2 hours, and we were pretty much dropping bombs. You know, Knowledge World was going into his thing where he was really articulating and dropping the specifics. He got into the person thing. If you caught his series, again, it's Knowledge World Media on YouTube. Go subscribe to him. He had a whole series on the definition of person, and he went in. I think he did 7 videos, if I'm not mistaken, and he did another live stream early. I didn't catch the live stream because I was busy. I jumped in, but I couldn't stay in. But yeah, he pretty much was doing his thing, man. So yeah, check that out if you haven't seen that already. Go subscribe to my man James C. Lovett, aka the Bad Wolf. Also, good dude there, very intelligent guy. If you get a chance, go subscribe to my man, the finest thing walking too. That dude also has some good information. And let's keep it moving like that. All right, man. Let's get into this bit of great knowledge I'm going to bestow upon you, great people there. Hold on. Let's do this the right way. All right. So look, what I discovered, we all know drinking the right kind of water is always a great thing. Um, we know we're supposed to be taking in a lot of water during the day, not a whole bunch of juice, not a bunch of sodas and stuff like that. Fruit juices are okay, but try to like do more water, of course. Alkaline water is usually the way to go, and water with minerals and things of that nature in them for you to drink. Your body greatly benefits from this stuff. A highly alkalinized body, we've learned from Dr. Sabi, pretty much keeps us from getting sick. Sicknesses and mucus cannot survive in a body that's highly alkalinized. That's something we actually learned from Dr. Sabi, and he actually told us about that before he passed away. We'll put it that way. We all know what happened behind that, and if you don't, you can jump on the internet and find out yourself. We're not going to go into that, but he really got a lot of, I think it was 2016. He got heavy burn. He started to really get burned like that. And the internet really started to take notice. And I think they had at one point Nipsey Hussle was supposed to do what is it? Was it a biography or some kind of video basically about Dr. Sabi? And he was basically talking about Dr. Sabi is a guy who cured naturally without no medicines or anything like that. He was using all natural ingredients, and he was using plants and drinks and things like that, all 100% natural from the earth to cure things like herpes, AIDS, gonorrhea, like all these other things that aren't supposed to be curable by anything but modern medicine. He was able to cure it naturally. And he actually beat the federal government twice in court about this. And he had people who he cured come up to testify and say, yes, this man cured me. You had people that had AIDS at one point, and they came and he cured them, and they basically came and said, hey, look, this man took care of me. I don't have it anymore. So at that point, it was really not too much they could do. But, you beat him twice in court over the same thing, over something that's not supposed to get out like that, because that shit went under the rug for a while. I think it was in the 90s, as a matter of fact. I just heard about this joint in like 2016 or 17. So with that said, with him pretty much curing that and beating them in court, they kept that really quiet. So this dude still was doing this thing, in South America, still healing people and things. And he started to really go live with it. He had a company and everything his family was running. So, of course, the story. He ended up passing away, but not before he did the Rock Newman show. If you can, jump on the Rock Newman show on YouTube and check out that interview if it's still up. They might have pulled it down. I wouldn't be surprised if Big Pharma had that shit yanked down, because it was a lot of gold he was dropping in that particular interview. I was surprised they let that air on YouTube. I really was. But yeah, it was up there, man. And we learned a valuable lesson from a man. Keep that alkalinized body. Yep. My man, listen to my man. Getting alkalinized is how I lost almost 60 pounds this year. Got off all my meds. Bing. There you go. So with that said, folks, this is the way we need to be going. Now, let me give you a great piece of information I literally just learned. But let me share this with you guys real quick. Did you know all around the United States of America landmass, Turtle Island, whatever you want to call it, did you know there are things called springs? Now, we all know the hot springs that you go sit in the mountains and they rejuvenate your body. But did you know there are also cold springs and there's some hot springs all scattered around the United States of America? And there's a map that you can actually look where you live to see if there's a hot or cold spring where you're at. Let me show you. Let me show you, my fellas. Let's take a look here. All right. Y'all came to the right channel tonight. All right, boom. Here we go. Jump on this website right here. It's called Find a Spring. Can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see that. Let me know. Somebody confirm if y'all can see that in the chat. Please drop a comment so I can make sure y'all, because I want y'all to check this out. If y'all can see this, let me know. Let's size this up. There we go. All right, let's try that. Can y'all see this? I got it expanded. Let me know if y'all can see this or not so we can continue. What about you, Unc? Can you see that, man? Drop me a comment. Let me know. And if you scroll all the way down, it tells you what the purpose is here. Find a Spring is a growing database of cold and hot springs. And you can see the couple of people going there. They're going to get some of that fresh water. And it says it right here. Welcome. We are community resource created by people like you. Join us in enjoying and protecting our Earth's precious springs. There you have it. All right, we can see it. All right, cool. So let's continue moving forward. All right, so somebody, whoever it is, throw a state out there, and I'm gonna show you how this is done. Throw a state out, whatever state, just pick one. Somebody that's interested in finding out about this, drop your state, and I'm gonna put it right on here. Drop your state down, and you can actually. There's a whole map right here, man. Create a free account that enable all features and contribute to the site. Look at that, fresh water, from the earth. All right, my man says Alabama. All right, I got you. I got you, Tim. I got you, man. Check it out. All right, boom. So look, this is what we're gonna do. Go to the map of the springs right here. And the website is called findaspring.com. Findaspring.com. All right. So boom. Now look, you see this map right here, and this is all over the world. I didn't even know they had all these other ones here too. This is a worldwide map. Like this is all over the place. I didn't know they had Asia and Europe and North America. But of course, I knew they had North America, Africa, Asia, Europe, and Oceania and South America. I didn't even notice those, but it looks like they're very heavy on the East Coast. So my man says Alabama. All right. So my man lives in Alabama. All right. Let's type that in. So the lower right hand corner, you put in Alabama, right? United States of America. All right. So boom. There's some all right. So if you look at the map here, I'll try to get this thing out of here. Can't really see that well. All right. So boom. There's something right there that says Cold Springs. So if you look there, there's the dark blue logo, and that's going to be right here. So this is the Cold Spring. So this is called Blue Spring Water. All right. So that's what that one is. So you can actually punch Blue Spring Water in your GPS, and it will take you and show you how to get there if you live there. Now, boom, you can always go to one that's closer to you. Or if you're looking for a specific kind of spring, you can do it that way too. So let's say, for instance, my man wants to go right here. So boom, Mountainside Spring, Talladega Forest. So they're all over the place. These springs are great. And now here's the thing. I actually got one here in Maryland. I stopped up there today and I filled up a few canteens, man. I filled up a copper canteen, a silver canteen, and a glass mason jar type deal with some of this water. And man, I got it in this pail right now, dude. I compared this water to what we actually had here, which is the filtered water. We have an alkaline filter, which basically alkalinizes and takes all the fluoride and all that other nasty chemicals, lead, all that stuff out of the water. And it pretty much makes it much cleaner than it was when it left the tap. But here's the thing. I got this water right here, and I set it right next to the glass container of the filtered water. Yo, it's night and day clearer. Like the water looks so much more clear than you can get from any filter. And it's 100% natural water from the earth. And if you really sit there and think about it, this is the water our ancestors were drinking here. Before we had all these expensive grocery stores and shit like this, this is where it was at. They would go there and they would get these pails of water and they would bring them back. And the water from where I got it from is a cold spring. So the water was it was frosty when it came out, man. It chilled the damn container. So I'm like, oh, this is great. So I drank the water, man. Man, that's good. That's quality, man. Quality water. What can I say, man? But yeah, if you guys get a chance, and if you're interested in this, please look into it. And you can actually look up some of the properties that spring water contains. 100% spring water that's not from a plastic bottle. It has alkaline in it. It's got minerals and things of that nature. It's got some good bacteria for your stomach. Because if you know anything about the stomach, you have to have good bacteria that has a balance with the bad bacteria too, because you have to be able to digest. That's what the probiotics and things of that nature, they get your digestive system moving. So this water has in it some of those things that your body needs. Now, when you're drinking spring water from out of plastic containers, anybody who doesn't know, plastic can bleed into your water. Plastic is basically chemical. If you think about how plastic is made, it's pretty much chemical itself. So when you have your that's why they tell you when you leave water inside of a container and you leave it in your car and you roll up the windows and you come back and that water's hot as hell, you ain't even supposed to drink that shit because you got so much chemical mixed in there from the plastic. It's really not even drinkable. But then when you drink it, you start to put all kinds of bullshit in your body that's not supposed to be in there. So I know you guys are dropping a lot of states here. Hold on, I'll do a few of them for you guys. I know people are interested in it. Hold on one sec. My man says South Carolina. All right, I got you, bro. South Carolina. All right. It's called findaspring.com. Check it out. South Carolina, right? What part of South Carolina, bro? Because there's a few of them. I'm just gonna put South Carolina in there. All right, let's take a look. What the hell is that? That's not what I put on there. Let's try it again. That thing got real specific. See, it can get real specific depending on what location you're in. And let me tell you too. Shit, I can't even spell South Carolina. What the hell wrong with me? Let me tell you guys too, just to put you on point. Yeah, it wants to. All right, so look, when I went to go to the spring, I didn't have to do any hiking or anything like that. I didn't have to climb any hills, nothing. Now, I don't know if it's the same in your area. It might be different. You might have to go on a path or something like that, depending on which one you go to. But I did not have to do this. The only thing I went ahead and did was pulled up to the spring. It was right on the side of the road, and the spring had like has a long metal pipe, and it had some PCV, which PCV is bullshit too because it's still a form of plastic. But it was very, very short. It wasn't super long. So and the water was cold too. So I would say that affects the whole entire situation. But so like boom, I pulled up right on the side of the road, parked the whip, jumped out, crossed the street, and put my containers right under that bad boy. Boom, free water. Delicious too. It's great water, man. Great water. All right, let's do another one here. My man said North Carolina. I got you, I got you, bro. Let's see. Now I don't know where in North Carolina you at, but let's take a look. Let's see what they got to offer in North Carolina. All right, so North Carolina. Let me zoom out a little bit. That's Charlotte. Y'all got a few of them over there. Sheesh. Oh yeah, y'all got a few of them over there. Okay, yeah. Y'all got a few of them, y'all. You got a few of them over there, bro. So if you get a chance, man, hop in the whip and go take a ride, man. Go find one, yo. You got a this is a hot spring right here. No, this right here, people already set up a business and shit like that. And this is the thing, like, yo, a lot of these companies, they're gonna set up a business around the hot spring and they'll make money off of it. But some of these cold springs, I mean, there's so many of them, they really don't even maybe in the future, sometime if water becomes scarce or some bullshit, they start making people take vaccine passports to go to the stores. You might actually have some assholes that'll set up a shop around that joint, which is complete bullshit. But people do stuff like that, greed. But there's a white sulfur spring here too. Man, there's so much good stuff on here, dude. Highly suggest y'all look into this, man. Highly suggest y'all look into this. My man said New York. New York might have a few of them too. Hold on. I'm interested to see what New York has. Let me take a look. I'm gonna assume you from like the city part, right? Not probably not upstate. See what New York has. There's three next to each other. Trying to see. Hold on. Back out. I wish it didn't zoom in this close. Yeah, New York. Y'all got a few of them in New York, man. Yeah, y'all got quite a few of them, bro. I'm actually a little surprised by that. Y'all have a lot of them, actually. Sheesh. Y'all got an onslaught of them joints. There's not that many of Rochester, it looks like, but there's a bunch in the surrounding areas. Yo, check for yourselves, man, because it's just, we can go on with this. Check for yourselves. There's a lot of good stuff there, man. Whole lot of good stuff. Let's see, my man says here. I knew these people who had an artisan well where the water came flowing out of an aquifer, mineralized, cold, pure, and they gave it away free. Health, exactly. We're supposed to be getting back closer to nature. And maybe this whole entire situation with these vaccine passports and these jabs everybody's trying to take, maybe this is a situation where this might actually push people who are supposed to be quote unquote awakened closer to nature. Maybe we have to get back to that, man. And if it turns into a situation where we got to go get our water from the earth, we got the upper hand because our bodies are able to develop a lot better when we don't have all these, these negative outside influences affecting them. It's bad enough we got to breathe in chemtrails and things like that and stuff that falls down on you, barium deposits and all that other crap, cadmium, aluminum, and all that. So there you have it. My man said, check out Iceland lava at CVS, no fluoride, nickel, uranium, etc. from Lava Springs. All right. No doubt, no doubt. Y'all giving a lot of love, huh? All right, so boom, there we go, man. There we go. Nugget drop, golden nugget drop to you guys, man. Please, if you get time, find your area on that map and take the ride. I guarantee you will love every second once you get this water. It is delicious, bro. I can't even explain to you how clear this. It's like 100% more clear than any filtered water I've ever seen. Bottled water, Aquafina don't even compare. And I love Aquafina, but this right here, I mean, it ain't out of a plastic bottle, I decided to style on them a little bit and get silver, which is not cheap. So you can get like copper. Copper is supposed to it's supposed to be a good conductor of energy, from what I understand. Copper and silver are good conductors of energy. If you get on some of these websites for crystals and things like that, when you get crystals and all that, they actually the silver and copper actually are good conductors for energy and things like that. That's why usually the necklaces have silver or copper. So yeah, that's get yourself if you want to just get something cheaper, you don't got to spend a lot of money. You can get a copper water container from off of like eBay or Amazon for like $30, man. That shit will last you too. It's got a gasket on there. Now this one right here I got from India. This is silver. I paid a lot of money for this. This didn't come with a gasket, so I just want to be different though, I guess. So whatever. All right, so let's go. I'm catch up on some of these comments. North Carolina, what up from North Carolina? Curly, yeah, what's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? I already covered those. What up, Prof? Yo, in Jersey, what up with you? Check out Iceland. Hey, we already read that. Colombia. Curly Bassard, what up? Fuckway, Varina already did it. Okay, indeed. 6, I didn't hear what site it was. My screen was blurry. Yeah, it's called Find Us. Matter of fact, let me put it up again for anybody that didn't see it, y'all. Because y'all, I really want y'all to do this. Hold on, I want y'all to see this, y'all. Hold up, right here. It's called findaspring.com. Findaspring, all one word, .com. Throw that in your search engine and pull that bad boy up, man, and get to work. This is what we need to be doing, bro. This is the link we need. We get the right water up in this, bro. We like 80, what is it, 85%, 90%. Most of us is basically water, basically, but I'm saying we pretty much are water-based creatures. So we get the right water in us, and they say water has memory. Water's able to contain memories of whatever it came from. So I still stand by the theory of that's why they don't want us collecting rainwater. Rainwater from the skies, evaporated from whatever source, it never loses that actual memory. And if you were to actually put that water in like a container of sorts of something like that, you would actually have whatever memory the water contains, you would have that in you. And that could affect your metaphysical spirit. That could affect your thoughts. That could decalcify the pineal gland, a bunch of things like that. But of course, I've heard that some of that water in certain areas, like city areas, is actually not good for you because it has all that cadmium, barium, aluminum, and all those other deposits in them. So be careful with that. So if you're going to collect rainwater, you might want to only do it in an area that's doesn't have a lot of pollution and things like that. So Mello, I hope you got that information because we're about to move on. What are you looking at? What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, this is all right. So Sean, if you're late, this is findaspring.com. You can actually go on the website and find a cold or hot spring near you, and you can go get yourself some drinking water from the earth. There's stalactites underneath the earth in caverns. And stalactites, if you don't know, they're pretty much ice fixtures on the top of a cave or such, and they drip down clear 100% mineral-based water pretty much. So yeah, go grab some of that. Aquafina is one of the worst waters to drink, fam. I did an extensive research on bottled water. Got 10 alkalinized spring water from Food Line on Amazon, blue and red label. Okay. I don't know if I fuck with rainwater these days. Exactly. That's what I said, Joe. It's got all that crap in it. So, I mean, there you have it. All right. So, we're going to move on. I know y'all want me to talk more about this, but y'all can do your own research. I think I've laid the information down so y'all can pretty much do what you need to do on your end and study on that extensively. All right, so boom, moving on, man. We've been talking about here and there, scattered over the last few months. We've been discussing genealogy. Genealogy. We've been talking about our history. A lot of what I call indigenous. I used to call so-called black people. A lot of them thought they were slaves at one point. But from what I'm starting to learn, bro, majority of black people, quote unquote, or indigenous, we're not slaves, and I'm gonna tell you something, bro. If you get a chance, grab this book right here. I'm gonna plug my man's YouTube channel because my man is sharp and he knows what he's talking about. My man Dane Calloway. If you haven't seen this dude before, check his YouTube channel out. Dane Calloway. He put out a book right here, tracing your family's genealogical history by records. All right, so I grabbed this book. This joint was only like $35 on Amazon. It's a pretty cheap read, and it's not a long book. It's got about, hold on, I'll tell you, it's got 57 pages to it. About 57 pages. Yep. No, actually, it's more than 57. But no, it's almost less than 100 pages. So I haven't finished it yet. I literally just got the joint yesterday, and I've been running around. So he gives a lot of great information on this thing about tracing your family's genealogy. And he went in to say basically what the last names, this is not the whole thing of what he was saying. He made a very good point about the last names, which we're going to watch his video in a minute. But he made a great point about the last names. The last names of people who are given those names pretty much, or excuse me, I keep saying last names. The surnames are such, or the family names are names of people who had those jobs back in the day. So, I've met a girl named Bowmaker. I've met a guy named Carpenter. I've met different people with different names and such. And these names, a lot of times, gave the profession or the profession, pretty much the job or whatever it was that person was known for at that time. So you might have somebody whose last name was Carpenter. They might have came from a family of carpenters. You might have had like Swordsmith or something like that. He might have had a different last name. Freeman, that was a popular last name at the time. And let me get into this video real fast and show you what I'm talking about. And he actually plugs, there we go. He actually plugs this book too, of course. It's his book. Let's see, pull this up real quick. Bear with me for 1 sec. I got you. All right. What the hell is this? I hate when it does that. Did you hate when you try to click something and then like the screen shifts it so you click something else by accident? Like a trick click. All right, hold on. Let me get this damn ad out of the way first so we can get past this. All right. All right, let me rewind this bad boy here. All right, I'm not going to go through the whole entire video. You can do that on your spare time. But I'm going to put you abreast to the knowledge. I'll share here. All right, boom. Here we go. All right, folks. Let's take a look. I'm going to unplug my headphones so we can get back to it. All right, here we go.
Log on to my website at imjustheretomakeyoutthink.com/films.
That's the book right there. I highly recommend going to grab that book. That is a great book. I'm like 30 pages in and I've learned a lot so far.
any society of America, people would say that history was written by the victors, but I would have to disagree with them, merely because only a loser would have the audacity to write a story to make it seem as if they won when they didn't. When they didn't. When they didn't.
It's really important for us to remember our history. You know, unless you're one of the first Americans, you came from someplace else. Somebody brought you.
Because, however much America strays away from the ideals of justice, the goal of America is freedom. Abused and scorned though we may be, our destiny is tied up in the destiny of America. Before the Pilgrim Fathers landed at Plymouth, we were here. Before Jefferson etched across the pages of history the majestic words of the Declaration of Independence, we were here. Before the beautiful words of the Star-Spangled Banner were written, we were here. Has done this trick everywhere, here in America, to the Indians. He sent one priest to the Indians in New York and another priest to the Indians in Pennsylvania. And he just brought them to alive to both Indians. And the Indians who had never been at war with each other would start beating the town drum, the war drum. And then as they got ready to come together and fight, the priest was running and said, let me be the mediator. The New York Indians, you move out to Minnesota. And the Pennsylvania Indians, you move out to Oklahoma. That would leave the whole state of New York and Pennsylvania for the white man. You see how he does it? You see how he does it? You see how he does it? You see how he does it?
Black Lives Matter has nothing to do with the original Black American Indians. Black Lives Matter is a propaganda to keep blacks thinking that they're African Americans that came on slave ships. We already know we are waking our people up to let them know that we are the American indigenous Indians. Black Lives Matter do not represent our people. We do. Jesse Jackson do not represent our people. Barack Obama do not represent our people. We're not African Americans. We're indigenous. Our African American is Obama. Why? Because his mother's European and his father's Kenyan. That's an African American. A real Indian, American Indian is me. Both of my parents are American Indians, not from Africa.
Niggas know black people don't crack. Like, black don't crack.
Yeah, black don't crack. That was,
Right.
yeah, was it consistent?
Well, indigenous don't crack. The natives don't crack.
The natives don't
You see
crack.
a native and he could be 90 years old and still be 50. I'm talking for the natives.
Yeah.
I like when
When it comes to talking about African Americans, I have no education with that. Period. I don't. I'm not even connecting to that no more. Because that's a system. That's like connecting to, hey, he's a bad guy. Don't hang with him. Oh, hey, I'm gonna find out for myself. I'm not African American at all.
But you know what's interesting, yo, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Anybody who listens to that kind of music that was on the radio, if you remember how ignorant Waka Flocka used to rap and how stupid he used to sound when he used to drop them verses, like hearing him say this actually makes me more irritated. Because it's like, yo, when you were on and you were making music, I heard none of this from you. Like you were on some stupid shit. Like, but all of a sudden out of nowhere, bruh, like you just you had an epiphany or something. But I don't know. Maybe dude literally came to his senses or something. I don't know. But it's just very interesting because, you know, you listen to guys like this, and then when you hear them talk behind the scenes, they're actually really intelligent. So, I mean, it makes you wonder if they were acting or if they really came to find out who they were later.
Folks is not from Africa. And a lot of people in this room, folks ain't from Africa. Might be a couple. But people just don't understand. I asked my grandma, like, yo, grandma, what's your background? She like, Redfoot and Blacktail Indian. What? Yeah, my mother and my father did. We 100% Indians. That's my other grandma. We got Cherokee in us and European and Italian, a little Dominican. Huh, it's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I'm over Africa. Y'all look at me funny. Like, hey, I'm African. Like, you're not, though. Like, you're not. 80% of slaves already here. It was natives. It's crazy.
80, where you get that number from?
Shit, I just checked the books.
Which book?
Yeah.
I got a whole laptop full of this shit. Yeah, just for me reading. It's not a solid book like, hey, there's only 1,000 slaves came here. And nah, nigga, you gotta read. You have to literally read. Like, I'm so deep into it, I don't think about a slave ship. I think about what was the slave ship called? Jesus, what the fuck was the slave ship called that Christopher Columbus was on? Who funded that slave ship? Who paid for that boat? Like, what was these folks' race? What was their background?
People don't understand. Black people did not just come from Africa. Black people were already in the States. And people got to do their history to understand Black people were already in the States. People don't know that, though. They don't get that part.
And this is Busy Bone. This is another rapper. When he was on, he wasn't talking about this kind of stuff. But I mean, he was young, to his credit. So like maybe, dude learn later on. I don't know. But I'm noticing a pattern there. Like these dudes was not saying this when they had the microphone and everybody was listening. But, I guess that's how it goes, right? Music ain't what it used to be. I tell you that.
They don't know that Nat Turner was really an Aborigine. That ain't Africa. You can look at Nat Turner and the depictions of him and know he was an Aborigine. He had a different vibe about him. So people don't really know that not all Black people did not come from freaking Africa. Because it's going to be very, very difficult for you to make it in that goddamn ship at the bottom of that goddamn ship for 3 months.
That's what I said.
When the food get low.
That's what I said, yo. Remember I talked to y'all about, I said this exact thing like in March when I first started really going live. Like I think it was my second live stream or something like that. Maybe my third one. And we said that like, yo, you got 1,000 slaves bound by the head and the feet at the bottom of the ocean for 3 months in a ship from Africa to the United States of America. What the hell are they eating all this time? And what are they drinking? You can't drink ocean water. So what is hot as hell, right? If it's hot, you know what I mean? The water can evaporate if you got it stored. Then you got the people that's supposed to be operating the boat too. Then when they get to the location they got to, how the hell was they even able to stand? Because anybody who's been off of their feet or injured or something like that for a week or a week and a half, when you go to stand up and your legs don't function the same, you got to walk and develop your muscles in your legs again. Like, yo, this is real shit. So how the hell were they even able to stand and work after 3 months of being off their feet, bound up by the head and the neck or whatever? It don't make sense. The story never made sense. But the purpose is to keep y'all from thinking about this shit, to keep y'all assuming that they're telling you the truth. But when you really start to figure this out, none of that shit is true. It's fucking fake as hell.
For real. Do the motherfucking math. Seriously, and just ushering everybody in on boats the long goddamn way. They not stopping. Ain't no bathrooms on that motherfucker. Come on now. Do the math. That's all you gotta do is do the motherfucking math. For real. The human body won't last that long. You on a boat for 30 days, you ain't eating nothing but fucking slop. And feces and shit of the motherfucker that's sitting next to you. You're gonna die of disease, man. It's gonna be like 3 Black people left whose bodies are physically fit enough to be able to withstand all that pressure under the goddamn ship. Come on. Keep that shit.
Exactly. It don't make sense. Just simple logic, man.
Can I just end with this one thing? These 4 brothers sitting here, we didn't all come from Africa. And there was there was a country before 1492, and our history goes way beyond 1492. So you can't start us at 1492. We were always here.
It's time for us to stop trying to fit in with these niggas, man. One thing we gotta realize, eagles don't fly with doves. They don't fly with doves, baby. I'm grateful for them.
When I was a kid and I was watching everything Cash Money did,
and all of them had each other's names tattooed on them. And this was when I was young. I didn't understand it, but then when I started going to New Orleans, like, you know, on tour and shit,
we tried.
The way they are with each other, they love each other a different way than everybody else.
It's Indian. It's Indian territory. It's tribes. Like, people be thinking Indians with the Pocahontas looking. That ain't how Indians look. They look like them people in New Orleans. Louisiana, all over Louisiana. Them Indians, tribes.
Indigenous.
And when you take people that, you can say that, but when you take people in, man, we family. Family.
If you want to talk about indigenous people in America or Native Americans, they always dealt with extraterrestrials. They called them the star people. And yes, they were black. This is where the word Indian comes from the Latin word indigo, okay, which means blue-black, and it's a skin color, okay? And so the Indians that you see today are what you call $5 Indians, okay, which are Caucasians, actually white people, okay? And go look up the Dow's Commission, go read the Dow's rolls. Back in the day, white people was allowing other white people to sign the Dow's rolls, saying that they was Native Americans in exchange for benefits and assistance from the government. So all these Indians that own these casinos and own the land, and they got straight hair, and they look like goddamn Mexicans and Chinese people and white people, those are what you call $5 Indians. Those are descendants of the people who actually took the land, and they acted like they was the people who the land got took from. Black people are the original Indians.
Black people are Native Americans. You know, we've had, you know, a lot of proof that, you know, some of us started here in this land. Everybody wasn't brought over from Africa. So
here we go with these dumbass ads. I hate these damn things.
Stop taking your generic multivitamin. I'm going to fill you in on a...
You know, we have to, like you say, unpack all of that and try to, you know, find the true lineage of people in this country, because some, you know, I used to tease family members who would say, you know, I got a little engine in me. I would think they didn't want to be all the way black. But when I really do the research, a lot of them did have a little engine in them. So, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, we want to be counted on all levels, not just, you know, through slave ships. Like I said, you know, we were here before Columbus.
All right, so there you have it, man. I didn't know the video was. I thought that was a longer video. That joint was only 14 minutes long. But yeah, so there you have it, man. When you go around, so look, I actually did some research on. Let me remove this real quick. Yeah, I did some research basically on this particular topic, and what had me stumble across it, which was very interesting. I started to look up the death certificates of my ancestors. And y'all might have heard me mention this before, but on my mom's side, I looked up. Let me put my headphones on up. There we go. All right, so on my mom's side, I actually looked at the death certificates for some of my grandmas, great grandmoms, you know, and such. And I went back about 3 lines, and what I noticed was it was very interesting. Like on my grandmother's death certificate, it said African American, and then on my great grandma's death certificate, it said Negro, and then I think her mom's also said Negro. But then I went back another one and it said Indian. And I'm like, hold on, what? It's all back to the government creating these legal fictions and having people identify as these legal fictions, probably offering benefits and privileges for claiming to be this legal fiction, having you submit your nationality or such, or your status or whatever, to being that legal fiction, and then giving you benefits and privileges, but in result taking away other things. And it's got to be by consent. It can't be by force. It always has to be by consent. And it still goes all the way back to even that. We talk about the U.S. citizen thing. The U.S. citizen's a legal fiction, and so is black, so is white. Any of these things, they're all legal fictions, man. And if you're identifying as them, then you are pretty much getting your chain yanked around. Let me catch up on some of these right here. I know I'm behind. No, we weren't. Dane Calloway, yeah, Dane Calloway. He has some information for that ass. So go subscribe to Dane Calloway, man. Tell him I sent you. Hopefully he'll reciprocate. Let me see. I'm Shakur Tribe from Low Country, South Carolina. All right. I'm Nanticoke from Baltimore, Maryland. We were the Indians. They named us black. Exactly. They reclassified us basically, and then they created this idea that the reddish skinned ones that are all of those reservations and stuff. They gave us the idea that they were the ones who were the Native Americans and such, and that's not the truth really. They're not the only ones who were Native. You had some of those that were, but again, back to it. The original ones look like us. And if you go to any area that has an indigenous population in the world, and you go to like even Philippines, the Negritos, those people are dark skinned. Filipinos, from what we've seen, they usually look more Spanish and Asian, Chinese or such. But if you go to the mountain areas, like I'm gonna show you right now. Matter of fact, we got time. I'm gonna show you because any part of Asia you go to, you'll see it. I'm gonna show you right now. But yeah, any of these places you go to, you will see that the natives are very dark skinned and they look almost African. And you would think they were from Africa if you just were shown one of them. So this is, I'm gonna show you this right here. These are the Filipinos right here. And these are Filipino people. Anywhere you go, you'll see this. What the hell? Here we go. Negritos. Now these people are from the Philippines, and look at these people. I don't want to go into a video. I think I might have went to a video. Hold on. Let me get out of there. This is a Filipino lady right here. What the hell is going on with this thing? It's not trying to enlarge the picture. Hold on. Oh, you guys can see it. These are Filipinos right here. Those people are people in the mountains. Look at the hair. He looked like he's from Baltimore. They look like they're from Baltimore. Look. Oh, that's Spanish. They're from somewhere else, I think. Those are Africans right there. But these are all Filipino people. Negritos. Look how dark they are. Look at that. Uh-huh. Look at them people in the mountains. They never intermingle with the Spanish. They never intermingle with the Chinese. They kept their heritage pure. It's kind of like if you remember on Black Panther, it's not exactly the same, but if you remember the natives who were up in the mountains who didn't want to use the what is it, the vibranium for fancy technology and things like that. They only wanted to protect the vibranium, but they wanted to keep their tradition there, how they wore their garments and things like that looked like it was very primitive, and their stone weapons and things of that nature. They decided to keep that type of thing and keep their heritage pure. Meanwhile, the other ones who were down out of the mountains, they decided to intermingle the vibranium with technology and become more advanced and such in a way. So I mean, but both of them still had that unity to protect Wakanda and to protect the vibranium. Now it was just a movie, but that's the example I'm trying to convey to you, and that's pretty much what it was. So yeah, the Filipinos, the Negritos over there. You got the what is it? The Innu tribe too. I think they might be in Thailand or something like that. But you can actually do that search for yourself. Any of them places you go, those people are indigenous, man. Those are indigenous people, and those are the people from the land. Aboriginal ones of Turtle Island. Yeah, I've heard about the Turtle Island thing a few times. I haven't really looked directly into it yet. I know for a fact that over 200,000. Yeah, yo, Dan Calloway got some information though, man. His videos are very well put together, and he literally comes with some things I literally was thinking about, but I didn't have any proof of what it was. I didn't start really realizing the slavery story didn't make sense till about 3 years ago. I just started to really think like, yo, because I think I was on a boat once, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, yo, if this was like so many years ago and such, they were actually doing this. But the slaves were riding at the bottom of the boat. Then I started to think like, yo, hold up. If there was no water supply on this boat, we would goddamn die of thirst or something like that. So I started to really put the pieces together, and it started to make sense. And that's when you start to throw the logic in there and you start to put it together and it just don't make sense. The whole story don't add up. And if it was people that came over here from Africa, it wasn't as many as they trying to lead you to believe, because leave it up to them, they have you thinking 50 billion people came in from Africa, which is complete bullshit. That's not even damn possible in that time frame. You know how many ships and stuff like that wouldn't have made it over here and stuff, and that would be a waste of damn money, honestly. Yep, Lakota. Yes, sir. The industry only promotes them if they promote the agenda of ignorance and entertainment. Yeah, these about the Waka Flocka thing. Exactly. Yep. That's facts. When you agree you're black, you agree to their definition of what they create for the word black. Exactly. And you also calling yourself a legal fiction. And we already know what the legal fiction game is with them. You claiming to be a legal fiction, you gonna fall at the wayside. That's why the whole entire Black Lives Matter thing. I was never down with that shit. Buying cryptocurrency without an SSN. You might want to holler at my man Bad Wolf on that. Send him an email. If you want to drop your email, Bad Wolf, if you're still there, go ahead and do that, man, because my man's trying to reach out to you. Etymology of black is white, pale, and bleach. They always flip the script. The Dane showed that in law, black meant death. Yeah, man. Yep. So there you have it, man. Hey, let's cover some ground today. Damn, that's delicious. I'm telling y'all, man, get out to y'all spring, bro. I'm telling you, man, get out to y'all spring as soon as you can, man. Please do it for yourself. Get a copper pail, fill that bad boy up, man, and just enjoy it. This is great. It's great. I will definitely be back. I gotta fill up again. We were mashing that water, man, all day. Yes, sir. So, if y'all got something else y'all want to bring up, or if y'all want to hop in here, as I usually do, I'll drop the link in the chat. If you want to hop in and drop word, we can do so, man. Unc said 6 in that water, bro. Let me tell you something. You drink that water, you're gonna be doing the same thing, my man. Trust me, trust and believe. That is good water, bro. Great water. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, that water's quality. Quality. It's quality, I tell you. Quality. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good stuff. But yeah, if anybody wants to jump in the room, we can do that. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short. And that'll be it for the day. I always try to drop information to help everybody out, like we did. I think it was last week with the FO Freedom of Information Act. Try to help you guys out, man. I really want to go to one of them hot springs, though. I heard those hot springs are the business. Like, go up in the mountains and hit one of those hot springs up and just sit in that bad boy and relax. I heard that is very good for your body, your skin, your mind, all that stuff. I'm trying to do that, man. I'm definitely trying to do that. Maybe that's what we should do, man, with the the national. Maybe we should organize that vacation and hit up a hot spring, man. That might be the move. We might have to do that, because bro, I'm definitely trying to do that for real. I always wondered when I was younger, like, how do they have like the mountains with snow and stuff like that? But then you got that one hot spring that's so hot, the snow doesn't even, the cold of the mountains doesn't even bother you or something like that. I always wondered about that. But yeah, I'd be interested in doing something like that, man. Definitely. Shit. Life is all about experiences, man. And when it comes to nature and things like that, man, you gotta jump out there. Gotta jump out there, man. All right, well, if nobody's going to jump in, I think we're going to wrap it up with my man says, my springs are family owned in Rhode Island, and I don't trust it. You don't trust the springs? Why not, man? Why you don't trust the springs? Has anybody tested the water? Why don't you trust it? I mean, I make the argument that our ancestors was using this back before there was bottles of water even created. I mean, and they moved along they might have been moving along better than us, honestly, because a lot of them fixtures and stuff like that got built with less technology. They weren't worried about certain things we worried about now. So I'll make the argument as to why. Why is that? Give me a reason. Shit. That's what I say. But to each his own. Hot springs detox the body and add minerals to the skin, which is the largest organ. That is facts. That is 100% facts. That's what I'm saying, man. We need to do that hot spring trip, bro. Just organize that joint, man. We can hit up like a ski lodge or something like that. Jump out to a hot spring, relax out there, man. You know, just unwind and shit. You know, chill. That's the move. That is the move. That is the move. Yes, sir. But you know, it is what it is on that one. All right. So look, I'm gonna be going live again, of course, next Sunday. Like I always say, if I have any news to drop or anything that jumps out, I'll try to do a video between now and then. But in the meantime, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this one up, man. We got some good information there. And my man said water. Okay. All right, so it is the 4 National Born Natural, A6. You know what time it is, you know what rhyme it is. And if you find this information to be very positively good for you to use, and if you want to, I greatly appreciate you banging that Cash App. Send me $1 or $2, you know, buy me something to eat or whatever. Doesn't matter, or even a beer. I like beer still. But yeah, you know, if you want to drop something on the Cash App, I'd appreciate that. Any questions you guys have, you can hit me up on Instagram, but I prefer you to hit me up on the email, which is in the section there. If you look underneath the video, it's down in there. And that's going to be it for tonight. I will holler at y'all next week. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.